Okay, here's Goon Squad coming out of the CT spawn for the knife round. This is something that I haven't gotten to do my last few streams, is be a knife round watcher. But now the knife round actually matters, and I've got my own overlay and doing all the stuff. It's 2 versus 2. It looks like it's Goon Squad going all the way. So we'll get on to this one. Goon Squad will get their choice of side. White Claw Shotgunners will start things off on the T side. Be in the server. Alrighty. White Claw Shotgunners versus Goon Squad. Those are some fantastic names. I don't even is really where I'm at with this. But, you know, hey, they're main teams. They can be named what they want. What I will say is what we're here to see is whether they've got good Counter-Strike or not. And this smoke on Donut is going to allow White Claw Shotgunners all the way up in through mid. We can see on the minimap here, Worm has been called over to try and defend against the player in through Red Room. It's already going all over the place. These main players are wild. Kevin on 1 HP, double domes, double gushes, and it's all up to Blur. 1 versus 3 to try and make it something for the White Claw Shotgunners. But, well, with the bomb down, that's at least a nice little piece for this round for the White Claw Shotgunners. They'll at least have the money for the force buy. Now, they see if they can get anything more. They've got the knives coming in, and it's Worm to close it out. That is a name. Worm. So 2 players surviving for the Goon Squad. That does mean a full buy for the Goon Squad side. However, I keep wanting to say wanted goons because it's WC, but it's White Claw Shotgunners going in with the force buy. They're looking to have a show of force here on the B-bomb site. They've already mowed down Kevin. They're going to be looking for more. Where I'm going to be stuck all alone, but Mikey already on him. Going to give the Goon Squad a thing to worry about as they've already planted the bomb for the Shotgunners. And these SMGs are going to have a heck of a time retaking this. Look at the space that the Shotgunners have taken. Blur just threads through everything. And the Shotgunners able to take the momentum right back. So that's going to leave Goon Squad in really, really terrible place monetarily. You can argue that the pistol round is the most important round of the game, but the anti-eco coming in and stealing it away from your opponent can almost be more valuable because you can see the money for Goon Squad. They've bought back in with the force buy, and getting knocked off their horse here is going to leave them in a situation where they're going to be stuck going now multiple rounds forced to save, especially on the CT side. If that can't even find inroads onto these Shotgunners, they're kind of going to be stuck with nothing. The 5-7 doesn't quite do the job. Hangman, living up to his name, hangs Nayar out to dry, and it's just Jay Smitty looking for something on the 1v5, but it's not going to be gifted to him as the Shotgunners, they grab the second, and that momentum is going to start to build in a very worrying way. That leaves now Goon Squad just down to the pistols, and that's not going to be fantastic to try and hold back the Goon Squad. It's Or hold back the shotgunners. I do like the stack on the A bomb site for the Goon Squad. That's at least something that they can say if somebody walks in and the shotgunners are not prepared, then that one weapon being stolen away could be very valuable here. But shotgunners really treating this one with the care this round really deserves, because they have a feeling with all of the space that they've already taken that there's some shenanigans at work. Hangman calling out this B-bomb site completely unoccupied. Calls the rest of the squad over for dinner, and that is going to be the B-bomb site for free. There's not a whole lot left to be done for the Goon Squad to try and retake this. The only question here is if we're going to get a unicorn round, because there hasn't been a point of damage yet. And so, you know, that one kill is at least something to make a little bit of intrigue. Pack looking just for some free kills. The anti-ecos being farmed up, and Jay Smitty, the last position has been ruled out, and it's Tech to finish the job. They're eco kills, but they still feel good. Oh no. Disconnect. How could this have happened? Now it's attack pause. Oh no. Well, with attack pause, I may as well reappear on your screen, because what else are we going to do? It's attack pause. I'm trying to figure out why the HUD has that big ugly section. Oh my goodness. Mark Woofy is a real VIP. Let's go. You got there. Now, while this VIP is not guaranteed to be permanent, at the moment, I'm not running out of slots, so it's going to be probably. Anyway, full buy now for the Goon Squad. This has to be where they stop the bleeding. If they don't, it's going to really start to make this game quite awkward on the CT side. And already losing one to the Hangman, but Jay Smitty on the trays here in Cave. Going to make sure that the shotgunners have another thing coming, though. Tech up close on ramp already, and Blur next to him. Gonna open up this B-bomb site like a can of beans. Open for business. Mikey caught jumping up the boxes. That actually leaves the bomb at a bit of a contentious spot. Blur gonna come back to pick it up, but with this smoke down, it does stop Krabsy from getting involved. So the bomb should go down for the shotgunners in this 2 versus 2. And the fact that there's no kits on the Goon Squad, oh, that nade could be everything. Look at the HP remaining on Krabsy. As the Goon Squad push up, though, Tech left flattened. The boost catches him by surprise, but now can Blur win this from Cubby? No! The trade out of Nair. There's enough time left for the defuse, so wanted Goon. Oh my gosh, these names are so bad for me. Goon Squad gonna come in. They are gonna take back control of this game. They still got a long road left if they actually want the driver's seat, but at least they're in the discussion. Losing 4 there, not great, but they should have a little bit more time. And you know what else we've got? It's a main game, so more pauses. More pauses. More pauses. It's time for the pauses. I wish I could, like, do other stuff while we were waiting in the pause time. But honestly, I think the thing that we can really look at while we're waiting for Sizer J. One, I need to get these names into my head. So give me a moment here. Goon Squad, Goon Squad, Goon Squad, Goon Squad, Goon Squad. Okay. Now we go back. Shotgunner, 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 Shotgunner. Okay. I kept trying to take the WC part of the WC Shotgunners, and then because the name of one of Goons is implanted in my brain as a North American team that people like to watch, it's just like, yeah, I have this and I have that and I have this and that. I'm trying to open up my brain, open it up for all of the information to flow in. This is for the next big caster competition. You know, I'm trying to show off how I can do, you know, you got the images for the teams up there. Look, I know how to do things for streams as well. This is a solo show right now. So, you know, you're getting unfiltered, unfettered floofies. Is going up on the VOD channel. People are going to be able to look at it. I don't know why I'm doing this with my shirt. Hopefully we start the game. This is what I do when I don't know what to talk about during the tech pauses. It does look like the game is going to start off again soon. So, again, the big thing here is for Goon Squad, they are in a really tough spot. The nades, you can see they're coming into this round with only a singular kit. So even with that win, they need to roll it together. It's going to be at least 2 more rounds before shotgunners are completely out of ammo. And so, or out of money. And these nades are doing a lot to keep shotgunners in a good position on this round. We'll see if they can finish this off. Look at Sizer J is so close already. This mid is being fought for with such tenacity. And the shotgunners, if they can take control, it's a good spot. Goon Squad are pretty spread out, as you'd expect from early on in the round. They haven't really come in for the crunch. Jay Smitty going to be pushed out of donut here. The T side trying to sneak its way up through mid, though. Bit of action over on B does leave us in the 3 versus 4, favored toward the Goon Squad. Ooh, there we go. Hangman answers back for 1. 2 versus 3, though. Still shotgunners in the back seat on this round. Goon Squad just barely getting their legs under them. Yes, always starting streams at the wrong time. That's me. Crabsy getting into position. The presence that shotgunners have shown toward B and toward mid, I like the idea to get so up close, but there's no one to trade if they do pre-fire. He does get the 1, and that might be enough. Hangman with 3 kills now. Left in the 1 versus 2, caught with a nade in his hand as Jay Smitty rounds the corner. And it is Goon Squad to tie things right back up at 3. But yes, I don't know. My stream times have been so all over the place, so I can't really blame you for being like, "Grr, you're trying to start them intentionally when I'm not here." I see how it is. But again, this is the last round that the shotgunners are going to have money for a full buy. They've now lost 2 in a row, so if they can get the bomb down, they might be able to scrape together a buy for 1 more round after this. Again, it's hard to overstate the lead that shotgunners had. It was only 2 rounds, but with the decisive finishes that they've had, the money that they've been able to field has just been such a great, it's put them in such a great position. And now that things are tied back up, they really need to find an organized strategy that they can use to dislodge the Goon Squad, because the defaulting's not really working. Oh, I do like that Molotov. Shoves a worm out of position. Now the question is he close or is he far? Sizer J not interested in pushing. they need to get something going on the shotgunners. This round is going to get awkward if they don't get moving. They've got plenty of utility to work with still in their hands, though if they use it all, they're also going to be stuck in an awkward spot where they don't have it for the post plant. But they need to make it to the site in the first place. Kevin, good kill to start this one off. Heck with the trade. Worm going to stonewall through cave. But good kills coming in for Tech and Mikey. Hangman joins in as well. That's going to be the B bomb site unlocked. Now it's just Nair, the last player in a 1 versus 2. Doesn't have the kit either, so doesn't have the great wealth of time that he otherwise might have. But he is doing this alone, so that is something where he doesn't have to wait for anyone else. Ooh, flash goes out. He gets out in front of it. In the meantime, Mikey peeks out from ramp. And it is a 4th round. Shotgunners do manage to pull that one back. So unfortunately for Goon Squad, though they've had some winning ways, the economy has just run afoul. They haven't had many surviving players round over round, and so it's down to the upgraded pistols, a couple of pieces of armor. But that's almost what kickstarted this comeback for Goon Squad. So it's not something you can be too upset about. However, 3 of them line up, and Mikey will shred them all. Worm answers for 1, but that is it for Goon Squad. Shotgunners take 2 in the lead and start to establish themselves on this T side once again. Well, this is a start that I really like out of Goon Squad. Taking this mid control early, taking the shelf control even. I'm a little perplexed with what's about to happen on this round because Goon Squad have walked Donut through mid. They've kind of left Hangman in a spot where it's like he doesn't know whether he should be pushing or not. He's just going to phase this smoke. But in the meantime, Shotgunners have realized that the B-bomb site has been left entirely open and all this aggression out of Goon Squad, and everything is in awkward spots. Blur right through his teammate, removes Kevin from the equation. There's only Worm on the B-bomb site to try and keep this one for the Goon Squad. Manages to drop Tech through the smoke, but he's got company coming to him. Hangman has been making a little bit of noise. It's wraps on wraps. And they are... Ooh, a little bit of an awkward spray, but it's a MP9, so it's good for it. Mikey, quick trade, and Jay Smitty from the ramp. They do get all 5 kills, but there's no kits, so Goon Squad will have to drop one more around. But with the kills at the very least, that's something... some way maybe back into this one, because again, they're 3 rounds down. But the money that's going to hit their bank accounts from those kills might just give them another shot in the dark. The money's not going to be enough for full rifles, but anything is better than nothing. Having Kevin on that kit is going to be extremely important. Don't be a loser, buy a diffuser. Worm's got one too. What I will say is, out of all of these strategies, it doesn't feel like the shotgunners have called anything directly off of spawn. They've had a couple of troublesome defaults, but other than that, it feels like the calling has been overall good. They managed to figure out which sites are really being stacked by the Goon Squad, and they managed to do a lot with not very much map control. They actually have, it feels like they haven't needed it as much. And you can see it this round too. They wait for the push out of Goon Squad. This time though, Mikey gonna be caught unawares, the nade in his hand. So that is something that Goon Squad can be happy about. 4 versus 4. Worm coming down ramp might catch some timings as well. Hangman turned the wrong direction. That's bomb dropped. That's information as well. And as the other shotgunners start to head toward the B, Tech behind them with the AWP will make quick work out of Worm. However, on the other side of things, I think that's another disconnect. So it's Tech alone. He shouldn't be, but he is. 1 versus 2. AWP in hand, which we haven't gotten to see too much of this game. It's been mostly a rifle affair. If he catches the one player on the B-bomb site, then this round is still very much doable for the shotgunners. Oh, the timing, though. He's not ready for this. The flick is just a little bit off, and the one time we see the AWP, it is not enough. Even more dangerous, that's now going to be gifted over to the side of the Goon Squad. So, not only have you barely had the AWP this game, but now it goes to help the CT side. Well, hopefully we get our final player back. In the meantime, I hope you're all doing well, chat. Oh, Sizer's back. And so it does look like we're going to get back into this one. What I will say is the money now has finally turned around to where Goon Squad get to have the favorable buy. And outside of the round after pistol, they haven't had a buy where they've had the better weapons so far this game. Shotgunners have had AKs, shotgunners have had ops. Now it's finally the Goon Squad's turn to be in the driver's seat. And shotgunners are making this one fast. They're going to rush in 4 strong toward the A-bomb site. They've already got the smokes down. Goon Squad sectioned out of the site. This should just be a bomb plant and a quick escape. Ooh, Nayar, though, from behind the smoke is going to find one. That's going to be Blur. Dropped. However, 4 versus 5 with bomb down. Still a very good shot here, and I like Tech's position and looking into Donut. He's going to catch 2 guns for his troubles. He just has to nail the shot, and as he gets closer, it gets more and more likely. But even without shooting, he's calling out information over to his team. Nayar taken from behind. He's going to get another. There's Worm as well. 3 versus 3. Now Goon Squad about to get pressured as these guns for the shotgunners headed on in, and it's Sizer with 2 and 3 to close out the round and make sure that shotgunners have that 7-round advantage on their T side. However, so for the one round where Goon Squad or the second round actually, where Goon Squad were able to claim that they had the advantage on guns, and it doesn't even go their way. That is upsetting, to say the least. Mikey getting chased down in T-spawn. He's gonna get overwhelmed, but he still manages to drop Nair for his troubles. And the damage done is going to be valuable as well. Although I like this push for Worm. He's going to catch a reloading player. They all run past him. He's still got one behind him. But this 5-7 could go huge, but he's not expecting Blur. 2 versus 3. Crabsy from Shelf able to find one. But again, Blur, the trades are just hitting so strong for the shotgunners. Goon Squad, as spread out as they are having a lot of one-for-one battles. And even when they're not spread out, they're rushing into sprays. This team play is feeling better and better for the shotgunners, while Goon Squad are kind of struggling with it. Hangman gonna catch that final kill, 8-4 for the first half of the shotgunners. They lost the knife round, but they threw themselves a nice party on the T side, and they'll switch things over to CT. So as they say, it all comes down to the pistol, and Goon Squad had a pretty good one. If they can start this they basically have to start this half off strong. There really isn't an option. Ooh, that is a shiny knife. I like that, even though it's a butterfly. Well, it looks like they're going to take a leaf out of their opponent's book. 3 cent up red. It looks like the plan is to try and encircle the B-bomb site and take it from multiple directions. The question is, can they hit those opening shots? And it turns out that these USPs for Blur with a triple. Oh my goodness. 4 kills for Blur on the pistol round. Shotgunners might have just stamped their foot down. Without even a bomb plant, Goon Squad are not going to have an option to try and force in either. This is just going to be full pistols. I saw that. Who was that just bought? You just bought a sawed-off. I saw that. Don't snap by a sawed-off and sell it like no one's watching. If you want to do it, do it. A big push through mid for the M4s. So this is going to be just full buy versus pistols. And for all intents and purposes, that is a nice opportunity for the shotgunners to farm up a few more stats, look a little bit better, do a little bit more as they head toward playoffs. Things quieting down. Goon Squad going to be just holding steady 4 strong behind the double doors. I guess I'm not sure if there was a smoke there because I missed it on the minimap, but they will finally emerge a minute having passed, and it's going to be up to Hangman. This MP9 needs to go huge. It only finds the 1, but good thing it's got Tex Famos behind him. 2 kills for that rifle. Leaves Nayar and Jay Smitty 2 versus 4. Tech gonna get taken down by the MP9, picked up by Nayar. And Jay Smitty's Deagle could be hitting here. Oh, not quite. Down by half HP, leaving Nayar all alone. 13 HP, no armor, just an MP9 against the world and against Blur. The headshot. Blur kind of living up to their name, setting these kills to be quite blurry on the Goon Squad side. It does mean, though, 3 rounds in, force buy failed, but full buy. If there were to be a round that Goon Squad need, it would be this one. They're not going to have money for any more buys. Blur! Oh my goodness, caught early on with a nade in his hand. Hangman, though, going to repay that with 2 of his own. And the smoke going to send Goon Squad scurrying back down ramp. The B plan well, I would say it's been aborted, but they're still hanging out here, and Hangman getting a little bit antsy on ramp. Gets dropped as a result. The Flash Worm able to form the tip of this spear and stab right into the B-bomb site. Sizer now left in a 1 versus 3. Does have the kit. He does have the nades to make this one work, but he doesn't have the awareness as Krabsy all the way down ramp will catch him. And Goon Squad, it was an absolutely do-or-die round with their opponents on double digits, but they made it work for themselves. That is going to at least do some solid impact. A lot of times you'll see that the team that wins the first 2 is... Oh my goodness, sorry, I'm talking, and 3 players just died. 2 to Molotov. Sizer J with a burning triple. Well, that'll take the momentum right back. That'll take the wind out of the sails of Goon Squad. Luckily for them, they might be able to get this bomb down before the shotgunners arrive, but Either way, a 2 versus 4 post plant is a rough one, and they've only got an HE to defend with. So no smokes, no mollies. Everything dropped off of their teammates. It's going to come down to the gunfire, and luckily, Nayar going to start things off strong. A good shot, but now stuck behind the boxes. He's caught and turned on. Krabsy now in the 1 versus 3 going to be smoked off. This HE needs to be used to break open the smoke. It's going to do it perfectly and leave him fully exposed for Blur. Shotgunners immediately strike back, 11-5. It's looking like they are going to finish this one strong. The money now. Goon Squad, now they're relying on that loss bonus to try and carry them through. An iffy buy to work with now. But if they can win, maybe there's still a little bit more time. A lot of it feels like borrowed time from that one win. At least they can say they won something on their T side, right? I love this, though. Tech with this smoke. The Goon Squad have been... their space has just been devoured by shotgunners. Having Tech get that close and be able to call, hey, there's 3 here. So, coming in from behind, they are able to put the Tech 9 to work. Maybe break open this cage that shotgunners have put them inside of. These smokes, again, have done so much work to keep the Goon Squad locked up. Good trade. Nayar's Tech 9 might be the thing that gives them a round win, but they've got to make it past Hangman. They've already lost 1. This AK picked up off of Goon Squad. He's got 2. He's looking to send this one to map point. Nayar now 1 versus 2 on 13 HP. He doesn't have bomb in his possession. He's got to hunt these last 2 players down. He's got 35 seconds. If he goes for the plant, he's just going to get pushed. So there's only one option, but maybe it's okay. Oh, the 1 kill and the trade out of Hangman does leave shotgunners on 12. All right, backs up against the wall. Goon Squad, you ready to show us what you've got? Oh boy, here we go. If we get something, it's going to be nice and fast. 5 Mac 10s. Get your engines revved up. Rev them up, rev them up. Let's go. Vroom. Molly extinguished. The Mac 10s rush in. Hangman only able to get 1. The smoke. Oh, it's not even covering Cave. Blur, he's not taking the shots. He gets found out now, and the Molly is going to push him away. That's bomb down. 4 versus 4. Full sight control taken by the Goon Squad. And this AK out of Krabsy, they don't expect it, but they do manage to defend against it. And these Mac 10s, they looked good at the start, but they're getting flattened by the rifles of the shotgunners. However, the damage is going big. Chase Smitty, oh my word! 1 HP survives on a scratch. 6-12 though. Goon Squad still fighting. And you know, that is perfect for them. Now they're going to send shotgunners back to the Stone Age. We see pistols getting bought. We see nades getting bought. We see armor. Now it's Goon Squad's chance to be back in the pole position once again. Feels like they've been in the back seat this whole game, just watching it unfold. But it's T-side. A few rounds can be enough to get you really moving. 5.7s and MP9s are scary, but AKs are scarier. Although it does seem like Goon Squad have been read to this post plant. Everybody existing within the same space, except for Kevin and Blur, who are off on their own game. And Kevin has won that one. The double kill to tighten things up. 2 versus 3. These AKs prove to be enough. Goon Squad continue to fight. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. We're still here. You never know how far you can go. I don't know what I'm singing. I like to sing sometimes. All right, full AKs against full USPs. You guys have tried to hit that jump like every round and missed it. That's okay. I can't hit that jump either. I can't really say anything. That's a hard jump to hit. What I will say is also hard is this little team photo out of shotgunners. We got 4 players, all 5 now, headed through the T spawn. About to give Goon Squad a little scare here on the A-bomb site. Jay Smitty might have an opportunity, a target-rich environment to go farming. First kill is going to be Sizer J. And shotgunners have already abandoned ship. They're just going to peace out as the bomb is planted on B. That is going to be called out, and the swarm heads over. The smoke is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The fact that was thrown to just give so much space over to the Goon Squad, and now shotgunners are just stuck behind it. That doesn't feel good. There's not enough time left on this bomb. There's not even any point. This was almost a unicorn round. And now there's going to be 3 CTs that are about to die to this. Although Krebsy looking for... Oh my goodness. 5 players just died to the bomb. Guys, you're supposed to run away from that. Bomb bad. Don't die to bomb. Well, in their dying breath, the Goon Squad are definitely looking like a different team than they have the rest of the game. It's honestly refreshing to see. I'm very happy to see them starting to bring this one a little bit closer. 12-8 looks a heck of a lot better than 12-5. It's like, can we do this? One more win and a Goon Squad could be on 10. The full round loss bonus is coming into effect here for the shotgunners. They don't have all... They're not quite on the full buy. This MP9 of Hangman is the lone SMG, and unfortunately, Goon Squad have left themselves open to it from Red Room. Nayar going to be scratching his head off of that one. Like, hey, didn't we clear out the Red Room? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And now, attack with the AWP. The Worm with the wide swing will flummox him. However, that AWP has got heavy hitters behind it. Jay Smitty able to get one under control, but now he's alone. 1 versus 3, and the shotgunners are all over the place. They've got so much ground to cover. What I love here, too, is look how far back Blur has gotten. This is not an angle that's going to be easy to peek out, and Blur knows it. He's left Jay Smitty in a horrible spot to close this one out. 12-8. GG's. Shotgunners win it 13-8. And we go back to the other scene. GG's commiseration.